Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be trying out the Kerastase Curl Manifesto, and as with all of my reviews, I will be demonstrating the products and giving you my first impressions as I try them, and then I'll be showing you the wash day results along with the results for days 2 and 3. And usually I don't do refreshes at all when I do my reviews, because I want to show you how well the products hold up without any interference from me. However, the Curl Manifesto line does have a refresher spray, so I will be using this on either day 2 or day 3, depending on what my hair looks like. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So let's go ahead and get into this. I did already wash and condition my hair, and I used their gentle hydrating creamy shampoo, and it is true to the name. It is a very gentle, creamy, and very hydrating shampoo. It creates a ton of nice rich lather, and I really do like lather. You don't need lather in order to clean your hair. You can have low lather shampoos that will clean it. However, I find that you need to use a lot less of the product when there is a lather, because you're able to easily distribute that lather around your head and also kind of squish it into your ends in order to get your hair clean. So I do really like that this lathers up a lot. Another thing that I really like about this is the wide lid that it has, and it screws off, which is actually, that part of it is kind of a pain in the butt when you're in the shower and you're screwing it off to pour it in, and then you have to screw it back on. But the reason why I like how big it is because once it starts to be really close to empty, you can store it upside down and then have everything ready to go instead of having to tip it up and wait for 500 years for it to get from here to here. So I do really like that about this, and I like that this made my hair feel nice and clean and not stripped. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this shampoo. So next up we have the Lightweight Moisture Replenishing Conditioner, and I do believe this is also true to its name, that it does feel like it's a lot of lightweight moisture. It doesn't feel very heavy, and my hair does feel nicely moisturized, but not over moisturized per se, which my hair can tend to become over moisturized. My hair is coarse, and I know that there's a lot of myths out there about coarse hair needing all the moisture in the world and no protein. However, that's not true for everybody with coarse hair. I happen to have coarse hair that tends to get over moisturized pretty quickly and easily. It's overall pretty healthy. It's not high porosity, it's not low porosity, and it does like a lot of protein. And that's one thing that these products are missing, is a lot of protein. So I am kind of concerned that at the end of this routine, my hair might be just a touch over moisturized with all these products, but we'll have to see going forward. As of right now, it doesn't feel very over moisturized. It feels fine. And I did like that it had really good slip, so I was able to run my brush through it and distribute it pretty easily. I do dry detangle my hair before I get in the shower, so detangling is not usually a problem for me once I'm in there, because I have already detangled it. So it's just a matter of running a brush through just to evenly distribute the conditioner all the way through the lengths of my hair and throughout my hair. And then so far with both the shampoo and conditioner, they do have the same kind of fragrance, and it kind of to me smells like an expensive perfume. So a little bit sweet, a little bit florally, not too heavy in either direction. I can see where some people might have a problem with this scent. I happen to like it, and so far it's not overpowering. I do smell it when I'm using the products, but I haven't smelled it since. But I also have my hair up like this, so that could be part of the reason why it's not bothering me, but I will let you know about that as we go along. For those of you who don't know, I do suffer from migraines. I have chronic migraine, so overly scented products, or products that the scents really linger, can cause migraines for me. So if that happens, I will definitely let you know, and I will let you know as time goes on if it really lingers or if it kind of goes away. So moving on to the stylers, we have the Daily Moisturizing Frizz Reducing Leave-In Treatment, and then we have the Curl Enhancing Defining Gel Cream. So I will be putting this in first, a lot like I do my curl creams in the majority of my videos. So section by section, and I'll be brush styling. And then once I have done that, I will put this in after that to help give the definition that I've created some hold. And I'm not entirely sure what the hold level is on this, but we will find out as we use this. And then, like I said, there is also this refreshing spray that I will be using on day 2 or day 3, depending on what my hair looks like moving forward. And then I can let you know how that works as well. So as you can see, I have my hair section off, and I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this cream. And I'm gonna start off with a small amount, and it does kind of come out a little bit fast. And the texture is pretty lotiony, and this has that same fragrance as well, so I believe this is probably going to be the case with all of these. And it definitely a little goes a long way, because as I continue to emulsify, it's like product is multiplying on my hands, so probably don't need a whole lot of this product in order to do my entire head of hair, which is good. Then I'm going to quickly brush through just to help evenly distribute the product from roots to ends. And yes, I do want a little bit of the cream up at the roots, but I don't usually apply it there full strength. I brush it through, and when I bring my brush up here, there's a little bit of product on the brush that gets brought up to the top, just enough so that it can cause root curl and definition, but not so much that it's going to weigh it down and rob me of my volume. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brush styling technique, and I've done this a number of times, and especially with my review videos, I tend to do the same techniques because I want to see if the results I'm getting are from the products and not from using a different styling technique. So I'm just going to continue this around this whole section, then I'm going to do the middle section, then I do the top section, and I'm always brushing at a 90-degree angle from my scalp as I go along. And when I get to the top, 90 degrees from the top would be straight up, which helps give a little bit of lift and volume up at the top of my head. So I'm going to continue on, and then I'll be back to apply the cream gel. So that's all applied, and as you can see, I've got some nice definition and some great curl clumps going. And this one kind of reminds me of the Living Proof, the curl definer, in that it causes my hair to really stick together in some nice juicy clumps, and it's got like a nice stick to it without being sticky. So I am liking that so far, and we'll see if those hold up throughout the diffusing process. If there's enough hold in here, it should, but we'll find out. So now it's time to go ahead and put in the gel cream. And the other thing that I liked about this leave-in cream, or this cream, is that it had some nice slip when I was running my brush through it. So that's another thing that I really like with curl creams, is being able to glide my brush right through my hair and then having some nice juicy clumps from the curl cream. That's basically what I want. And here is what the cream gel is looking like. It's looking more like a cream, and I'm betting I could probably even use this to brush style my hair, but I didn't know what to expect from it from this time, so I'm applying it like I do my gels normally. I have a feeling this is going to be a very light hold product, just based on what I am feeling in my hands. So we'll have to see how long this is gonna last. My hair generally doesn't do too well with light hold products, but we will see. And it definitely feels like it has a lot of moisture. One of the things that I know that it does have a lot of in here is some coconut oil. My hair really loves anything coconut oil, so mine will probably enjoy this. If you're somebody whose hair absolutely hates coconut oil, I would probably avoid this. And then same again on the other side. And my hair is feeling very, very soft, which is a good thing and potentially a bad thing too, but we'll see. Usually when it feels this soft, it doesn't hold a curl nearly as well, and it tends to just get a little over moisturized, and yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, so that's all applied. I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse my hair, and then I'll be back to show you the results. Here are the results after diffusing my hair dry, and I didn't diffuse it 100% dry. I usually try to do it to like 85-90% dry. Today I only dried it to about 70% dry because there was no cast. There is no cast, and I was afraid that it would get too frizzy if I took it the whole way. And there is a little bit more frizz than what I normally get, but not too bad. One of the things that I'm noticing so far is it's pretty flat, but my hair doesn't feel weighed down. So I will go ahead and put in my Verb Ghost Oil. Kerastase does have an oil, not part of the Curl Manifesto, I don't think, but I didn't get that. I just got this kit. I got this all together as one kit for like, I think it was $195, which is a lot. This is pretty expensive stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Verb Ghost Oil just to seal everything in and kind of give my hair a little bit of a fluff. And like I said, there's not really any sort of cast, so we'll see what it looks like after I put that in. I'm just gonna use one pump, gently go over my hair, and my hair feels really, really soft. Like it feels like $1 million, which for $195, it should definitely feel like $1 million. So it does feel really good, but I do not have any hold in here whatsoever, and the lack of the cast is, you know, kind of concerning, especially with blow drying and diffusing. You really have to be super gentle when doing it so that you don't wind up with a lot of frizz, and that's why I stopped at about 70% and let it air dry the rest of the way. So giving it a little bit of a fluff definitely helped with the volume situation. It definitely feels like it's got a lot more volume, and it doesn't look too bad up at the roots. My hair is starting to get a little bit longer again. I do need to cut it, but overall it's not too bad, and my curls look pretty good. There's not a whole lot of frizz. I feel like I have nothing in my hair. It just feels like crazy, silky, soft hair, which leads me to believe this is probably not going to be very good for those of you who have really fine, silky hair, because it's just going to make your hair even more silky and slippery and less likely to hold or curl. But it's not heavy at all. It doesn't weigh your hair down. I would think that each one of these things would be good individually with a different gel. So like, I think that instead of using the gel cream or the cream gel as a hold product, I think this would be great as using it as a curl cream and defining with, and then following it up with a harder hold gel. And I do also really like this, the frizz reducing leave-in treatment. I think this is great. And again, you could use these two together and then follow it up with a harder hold gel or a hairspray or both, but I would probably use them separately and use this with a different gel or a mousse or something, and same thing with this. And this is one of those instances where I like the products individually, and I will enjoy trying them out with different things and seeing how they work with other brands and other gels and whatnot, but all together as one, it's just a little too much, because the main product or the main ingredients in each of these products is honey and ceramide, and neither one of those things are necessarily bad, but it's one of those cases where carrying over a similar ingredient combination from one to the other doesn't offer enough variety of ingredients to give my hair everything that it requires in order for it to bounce up and to hold its curl and do all the things that I like it to do. So this is definitely a brand where I will be mixing and matching, but I really love the products that I've tried so far. I would just love them more individually mixed with other things. So definitely not too bad results for day one. I really am not sure how long it's going to be able to last, because there is basically no hold whatsoever, and it is actually very humid here. It's slightly rainy out, so that'll be a good way to test out how well it holds up against the humidity, if this can indeed reduce frizz in the humidity. So we will be seeing that, and I will be in tomorrow to check in with you and show you what it looks like tomorrow. But as for right now, I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm not too sure how long it's gonna last, but my hair feels amazing. It feels completely amazing. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Pardon the naked face, but I woke up not that long ago. I took my hair out of the bonnet and I've been letting it settle, so this is what I have. And as you can see, I definitely have more frizz than what I did yesterday. I do have some smashed down curls and some wonky bits that are trying to stab my eyeball out. But overall, I mean, considering how light hold this is, it's not looking too bad, and my hair feels just still incredibly soft. It basically feels like $1 million. It's just amazing. But yeah, I mean, I still have pretty decent curls going on up here in front. These didn't get smashed down. So overall, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking great, but it's not looking too bad. And I haven't fluffed it or anything yet. So let's just go ahead and give it a little bit of a shake and a fluff and see what I've got. And that definitely perked it up a little bit more. However, because of just how soft and silky my hair is feeling right now, I do know that this is not going to last throughout the day. I'll probably have to keep fluffing it, which is going to cause a little bit more frizz. But I mean, considering that this has such minimal hold, it's not looking that bad. And I don't think I would ever use these products just themselves. Like I mentioned earlier, I would probably really like using the first cream with something else, and then even the other one that was the cream gel. I think that would be really great with something else as well, to find with either of those and then use it with a harder hold gel. I think that would be a really great combination, and I just need to find, you know, what gel I want to put with it, or mousse, anything that has a little bit more of a hold, because I do really like the definition that this has given me, and I do like that it seemed to really enhance my curls. So I do like a lot of that. I just need a little bit more hold, and I am a mix and match type person, so I will find the right thing to pair with this. But overall, this isn't bad for day 2 hair. I'm not going to go ahead and refresh it yet with that refresher spray. I'm going to wait until tomorrow and then we'll refresh it then. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off day 2 right here, and then I'll be back tomorrow morning and show you what it's looking like. And I will also demonstrate the refresher spray and see how well that manages to perk everything up. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 3. And again with no makeup on, because I got up, I took my bonnet off, ate some breakfast, and let my hair settle while I was eating some breakfast. And these are the results. And as you can see, my hair is pretty flat, not a whole lot of volume. There is a lot more frizz than there was yesterday. And I do have a few more kind of stretched out curls, and my hair still feels really, really amazing. Like it feels really soft and really silky, and probably a little too much. My hair is really craving some protein. It does feel really good, and it doesn't feel like it's super over moisturized or anything like that, but my hair does really do a lot better when it has more protein in the products that I'm using versus all of this moisture and no protein. But anyway, so today would be a good day to try out the refreshing spray. So this is the refreshing spray, and it's just, all right, so it comes out in a fine mist, and the directions say just to mist it all over. And I'm not usually a refreshing spray type person. They tend to be a little bit on the sticky side a lot of times. So if you're trying to scrunch them or otherwise manipulate your hair, then your hair can get stuck to your hands, and it'll actually cause more frizz than it helps to take care of. So I found with refreshing sprays that actually just misting it on and letting it do its thing and allowing your curls to kind of curl back up from being damp tends to be the best way to go about it. My natural tendency is to spray it on my hands and then work it through my hair, but that doesn't always work out for the best. And this one actually doesn't feel sticky, so that's a good thing. But I am just gonna go ahead and spray it on and see how this works. I'll spray it and let it air dry. The other reason why I'm not a fan of spraying is because I don't feel like I can get it very evenly distributed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep spraying this kind of in. And I'm not really aiming to get my hair wet, but I do want to get enough of this product in to give it a chance to do something. And then let it air dry. And I'm just looking in a mirror that's actually right behind you guys. It's my bathroom mirror. And that's what I am looking in currently, so I can see what I am doing. Okay, so I've gone ahead and sprayed that in, and my hair isn't wet by any stretch. It's just a little bit damp. And the thing with spraying it on is that I do have some spots that are a little bit more damp than others, just from where all of that spray concentrated itself. So we'll see how this dries, and then I'll come back on camera and show you what it looks like after it has finished air drying. I'm just gonna let it do that because I do also find that my hair does better if and when I refresh, especially if I use a refreshing spray, to just let it air dry and not to diffuse it. Diffusing tends to bring out more frizz when I do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this, and then I'll be back in a little bit just to show you what it looks like once this is all dry and to give you my final thoughts on all of these products. And now that my hair is dry, let's take a look. And I can't say that I see a whole lot less frizz. In fact, I think I even see a little bit more. Check out that curl though. But some of my curls seem to perk up a little bit more. Others just didn't. So I can't say that this really made much of an improvement, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a shake to see if I can get some volume because my hair is really flat, and that helped a little bit. And overall it looks a little bit better all fluffed up like that, but I also know that it's not gonna stay like this because my hair is very soft and very slippery. So I know that it is just gonna go back, and like I said, it didn't really knock down the frizz a whole heck of a lot or do much to my hair. I actually think it would be better to spray in my hands and smooth it over, and then individually go in and kind of repair some spots by maybe finger coiling or something like that. I'm not a big refresher anyway, so this really isn't a make it or break it type thing for me anyway. This just came in the full kit that I bought, but it's nothing that I would really get on my own just because I just don't refresh. So I'm not really too worried about that. I actually think this would probably make for a good leave-in conditioner, a lightweight one. It's worth noting that the second ingredient on this is coconut oil, which my hair really likes, and that's probably why I wound up with this tightly coiled little situation going on there, or tightly curled situation going on there. But so my hair typically likes that, and I think, like I said, if I sprayed it in my hand and put it on and went at the areas that I felt needed it the most, I would probably have gotten better results. But I don't really refresh, so I'm not too worried about it. And like I was about to say before I got distracted, was that I think this would actually make for a good leave-in conditioner. It is lightweight. All these products are actually lightweight, even though my hair has no volume and is kind of droopy. It doesn't feel heavy, so it's not being weighed down by products. It's just too soft and silky, and my hair really needs protein in order for it to perk up. This is just too much moisture for my hair, and I do love these products overall. I think each of them are great individually, and I think that mixing and matching with a bunch of different products is going to give me the best results for my hair, either with other Kerastase products if I decide to try other lines, because they do have other lines, not just the Curl Manifesto. I could go that route, or I can just try them with stuff that I already have, which is likely what I'll do first of all, just because the Kerastase stuff is really expensive. So before I go mixing and matching and purchasing more Kerastase, I would much rather mix and match with things that I already have. So it's likely that you'll probably find some of these products in an upcoming Shop My Stash Curly Combo video. I'm not sure when. I do have some other ones that I want to other products that I want to try to incorporate first before I get to these, because I did just try these out. Now, as far as these products being worth the money, so yes and no. Yes, because they're great quality products. They will do great things for your hair. It'll leave your hair feeling healthy. They have wonderful ingredients. The quality is there. It's just a matter of, as with all products, what's gonna work best for your hair. Mine works best with a fair amount of protein, and none of these products have that. So I will be, like I mentioned, mixing and matching, but as far as the whole line of products goes, I will not be using them all together again, but they are exceptional quality, and they're not heavy. So they've got a lot of moisture, and they've got some really good ingredients for the hair, but they don't weigh the hair down. My hair isn't being weighed down, it's just droopy because it's too soft and silky. So otherwise it feels pretty light. Like it doesn't feel, I don't feel like I have a bunch of stuff on my hair. My hair doesn't feel weighed down. It doesn't feel producty. It feels really, really good. It's just too soft. So that is my overall take on these products. Is they're great. They're full of moisture. If you need a lot of moisture, they're probably going to be great for you. If you're like me and your hair requires a lot of protein, they're probably not going to be great for you. I do think that people with fine hair can use these products, but if you have that really fine, super soft, silky hair already, you might want to avoid these, or maybe just try one of these and not the whole product line. And then if you've got really coarse hair that loves all the moisture and could use a little bit of softening and silkening up, these might be for you. My hair is coarse, but my coarse hair is already pretty soft, so I don't need that. My daughter's hair, on the other hand, she has coarser hair. Her hair is not as soft as mine. It doesn't have the smooth down cuticles that mine does. So these would be things that her hair would absolutely love and respond to very well. She doesn't require nearly as much protein as what my hair does. So that is gonna wrap up my review. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.